December 6, 1991. Austin, Texas, a city known for its music, college culture, and small-town charm. Four teenage girls walked into a frozen yogurt shop, laughing, chatting, unaware their lives were about to be shattered forever. Hours later, all four were dead, bound, gagged, executed inside that small shop, which would later be set on fire. For more than 3 decades, the case baffled authorities, confounded the public, and haunted a community that could not comprehend such cruelty. And now, more than 30 years later, a shocking breakthrough has emerged. A new suspect revealed through cutting-edge forensic science, someone who died long before justice could reach him. This is the story of the Austin yogurt shop murders, a story of innocence stolen, a case gone cold, and a relentless pursuit of truth that finally led investigators to a man who left a trail of darkness across multiple states. His name, Robert Eugene Brashers. And this is how the coldest of cases finally started to heat up. Austin in the early 1990s was a city of optimism. Teenagers roamed freely, part-time jobs at small shops were a rite of passage, and parents still trusted their children's routines. Among them were 4 girls who would become the center of one of Texas' most infamous cold cases. Amy Ayers, 13, Eliza Thomas, 17, Jennifer Harbison, 17, and Sarah Harbison, 15, Jennifer's younger sister. Each had a life full of promise, dreams of the future, ordinary teenage routines. But on that December evening, their ordinary lives collided with extraordinary evil. The I can't believe it's yogurt shop seemed an unlikely sight for tragedy. But as the night unfolded, the girls became victims of a horror that would captivate the nation bound, with their own underwear, gagged, shot execution style, and then set on fire. This crime was as calculated as it was brutal. The perpetrators were never seen leaving. The community was left in shock, the families in despair, and the investigation in uncertainty. The girls were finishing their shift when a man entered the shop, allegedly to use the restroom. Witnesses later recalled a sense of unease, but no one anticipated the nightmare that would follow. Shortly after closing, the fire was reported. First responders found a scene of devastation, charred bodies, evidence of restraint, and the unmistakable signs of violent assault. Investigators documented the crime meticulously. There were multiple firearms involved, a .22 and a .380 pistol used to execute the girls. One girl was sexually assaulted. The fire had destroyed some evidence, but what remained would prove crucial decades later. Early investigation efforts were massive. Austin police formed a task force, FBI agents were brought in, and the community waited for answers. But over the years, leads dried up. 4 men, Robert Springsteen, Michael Scott, Morris Pierce, and Forrest Wellborn, confessed under duress, but later retracted DNA evidence eventually cleared them, leaving the case cold and the community anxious. Decades passed. The case became an enduring mystery. Cold cases like this often fade into memory, but not this one. The families of Amy, Eliza, Jennifer, and Sarah never stopped hoping. Investigators revisited evidence, re-examined witness statements, and kept the case alive in the hopes that science would catch up with crime. And science did catch up. In 2025, a breakthrough emerged. Advanced DNA testing techniques, including YSTR profiling, allowed investigators to link previously unusable biological evidence directly to a suspect who had died over 25 years ago. His name was Robert Eugene Brashers. Robert Eugene Brashers was no stranger to violent crime. A convicted rapist and serial offender, Brashers' criminal history spanned South Carolina, Missouri, Tennessee, and other states. He terrorized multiple communities before ultimately taking his own life during a standoff in 1999. For decades, he was never linked to the Austin murders, but new forensic evidence changed that. Investigators matched DNA from the crime scene, collected but previously unanalyzable, to Brashers' ballistics evidence further reinforced the connection, tying bullets found at the yogurt shop to guns associated with him. Officials stated the odds of a coincidental match were as low as 2.5 million to 1. Though Brashers is deceased, this revelation carries profound significance. Not only does it provide answers for families, but it also underscores the transformative power of modern forensic science. What was once a hopeless cold case is now a story of resolution, however partial. For the families, the identification of Brashers is both relief and sorrow. Relief that the mystery is no longer unsolved. Sorrow that justice in the courtroom is impossible. Decades of grief are now accompanied by understanding, the knowledge of who committed this atrocity, and the hope that the girls' memories are honored through truth. Publicly, the families have expressed gratitude to the detectives and forensic teams who persevered. Privately, they wrestle with a mixture of closure, anger, and the enduring pain of loss. The community reflects on the vulnerability of youth and the need for vigilance, remembrance, and care. The Austin yogurt shop murders are not just a story of tragedy, they are a testament to the power of forensic science. Cold cases, once thought unsolvable, can be reopened. Rape kits, DNA samples, and preserved evidence can speak decades later. Investigators urge other law enforcement agencies to review unsolved cases, noting that time, technology, and tenacity can combine to reveal the truth. The case also raises haunting questions. Were there other victims of Brashers? What motivated him to commit such a brutal act against 4 teenage girls? These questions may remain unanswered, but the identification of the perpetrator is a step toward justice and a warning for communities to remain vigilant. The story of the 1991 Austin yogurt shop murders is one of incomprehensible horror, perseverance, and the eventual triumph of science over time. Robert Eugene Brashers may never face a courtroom, but his identification brings a measure of closure to families and investigators who refuse to give up. It reminds us that no case is truly cold, no mystery truly unsolvable, and no victim ever forgotten. As we remember Amy, Eliza, Jennifer, and Sarah, let us honor their lives by acknowledging their story, supporting efforts to solve cold cases, and believing that justice, sometimes delayed, can still arrive. The past may be dark, but the persistence of truth shines a light that can never be extinguished. If you want to dive deeper into unsolved crimes, cold cases, and shocking mysteries uncovered by modern science, subscribe and stay tuned to Uncuffed Mysteries, where the truth behind the darkest stories comes to light.